Hello and welcome to the third and final part of this tutorial on how to bring an outside source such as a database into an Edge animation. Now, the first two videos of this tutorial started off in showing how to write the code for the pages. This was the first code page, which basically consisted of a couple categories. You could have as many as you want. We did too. Each one of these categories is a button, and the code for the button is basically pretty quick. We created a variable submit button that was based on the name here, and we created a category with the actual category ID that we need to pull this information from the database. Then with the location tag here, we simply call this particular page here with the variable cat, which would in fact be this number 63. For the other button here, it's actually the exact same code, except we call it BTN instead of BTN2, and we have 65 instead of 63 because that happens to be the category that we're looking for. Now, as we talked about before, we grab what's called a JSON page and load that. That's what Edge Animate reads into itself so that it can pull the information from the database. Now, I'm going to show you the actual page that we use, just to show you this is a very simple page. In fact, you could test without even connecting to a database and simply write this page with this information in it. In this case, this page is actually written on the fly from the database code that I'll show you next. The code basically consists of these three parts right here, though. The image, the title, and the price. And as we talked about, those were the three fields in the animation that we were going to populate. And like we said, it's going to populate it 5 times because it's going to happen to come in and see that there are 5 records here. There could be 2, there could be 200 records here, and that's how many items it would populate. Each one is written in the same style, just with your different information. And this is all that you need for this, quote, JSON page, which for most people, if you've never heard of it, is probably quite daunting. But from here, what we do, this is a page that actually writes that page and grabs the information. Now, I happen to be using a language called Lasso. I've added the script here so that other scripters out there, programmers, if you know PHP or Ruby or ASP, hopefully, although it's not the same, you'll at least get an idea of what we're doing here. And right here, we're basically we're setting the category that we were sending from the links into a variable. And down here, we start to call the database. In this case, the database is called products. And we're going to search this database based on that variable cat. In this case, since it's just a test and I wanted to do it quick and simple, I maxed the records returned at 5. We come down here, and here in this code here, we basically write the information in a JSON style format into a variable called results. You can see our images, colon, and then where the image is, which is in the images folder here, and then the name of the image field that contains the image name. Same thing with the title. We grab the field that holds the title name information from the database and also the product price information. We then take this, we put it all together, and we save it into a file called slides.json. So that anytime during this, when someone clicks on the category link, it comes to this page, it goes to the database live, grabs the information and writes it to this file, and then immediately after that, we have a little snippet of HTML5 here, which calls the Edge animation, just like you would on any other page. This is the animation that is going to grab this JSON file and populate that. And to give you a quick idea, let's go over, and here's the quick page that we have already on the server live. with the two categories. So if we click on jewelry, automatically takes us in it. We just pulled these 5 items from the database with the item name, prices, and the rest of the information. We can come back, we can click on candy, and there's 5 different records of the candy. Again, this is not strictly written to the JSON file and kept there. This is all updated every time we click one of these. If I had more than 5, or if I put in a different category here, we would have different categories. Let's see, no, we don't have a 66 category, but it would have pulled everything up there. And that's basically all that we need here. Is pulling the information live. This could be set up any way you want. It could be in any format you want. You could have links from these to pull up more information, or you could add more information here. I hope this shows you that actually grabbing live information from an external source and bringing it into an animation is fairly straightforward and simple. The nice thing about it, though, is extremely powerful. And the fact that we can do this with Edge animation is a huge tribute to the developers of this program. And I think we all deserve to give them a big hand. Thank you very much, and I hope this tutorial has helped you.